Today's Friday, September the 19th, 2025. My name's Thom Rigsby, and this is your AmCon Daily Brief. On today's show, preparedness grows stronger when you pass it on. First things first, here's the latest info from your ASAT team in today's Daily Sit Rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for September the 19th, 2025. Up first today, the state of California has passed Assembly Bill 1127, poised to make the sale or transfer of new model Glock pistols illegal within the state. The bill targets handguns capable of being modified to accept Glock switches. While the legislation does not retroactively affect current Glock owners, it will prevent the purchase of new ones once signed into law by Governor Newsom. The governor has yet to decide on the bill, which could become law without his signature after 12 days. Moving on to energy preparedness, a guide to backup energy solutions underlines the importance of having reliable emergency power. Whether during storms, rolling blackouts, or wider systemic failures, backup power is essential to keep refrigerators running, maintain security systems, and ensure medical devices operate. Portable generators offer immediate relief but require fuel and produce noise, while solar power provides a clean, silent, and sustainable option. A hybrid system combining both generator and solar power offers the best resilience against power disruptions. In national news, tensions remain elevated as the memorial service for Charlie Kirk, the late founder of Turning Point USA, approaches. Kirk was assassinated last week in Orem, Utah, an event that has heightened divisions across the country. A memorial service is planned this Sunday at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, with attendance expected to include prominent political figures and public personalities. The aftermath has seen significant online and public unrest, including the exposure of thousands celebrating the assassination, which has led to employment consequences and heated public discourse on free speech and accountability. Turning to local conflict, the Ashland County Democratic Party was compelled to remove their booth from the Ohio State Fairgrounds after distributing political buttons with messages promoting violence against former President Trump. The Fair Board emphasized maintaining a family-friendly environment, and law enforcement has involved the U.S. Secret Service to investigate the incident. Officials strongly condemned any promotion of violence in public venues. Finally, there continues to be widespread protest activity across the country, with various groups organizing demonstrations in cities including Chicago, Seattle, and Oakland. Members are reminded to maintain situational awareness at public gatherings and report any suspicious activity both to authorities and through the American Contingency communication channels. Regarding the weather today, lingering moisture from Tropical Storm Mario is increasing the risk of flash flooding across California, the Great Basin, and the Southwest. An upper-level trough will bring scattered to widespread storms with isolated flash flooding potential through the central U.S. Hot temperatures well above average are expected in the eastern states for the last weekend of summer. Severe thunderstorms and heavy rain threats persist across multiple regions, including the Plains, Mississippi Valley, and parts of Florida and the Caribbean. Members are advised to monitor local forecasts closely and be prepared for rapid weather changes. For upcoming events, members might be interested in the Black Hills Veterans March, taking place tomorrow in Custer, South Dakota. In early October, adventure challenges are scheduled in Tupelo, Mississippi, and Hookstown, Pennsylvania, providing opportunities for preparedness training and community engagement. Water bath canning workshops will be held in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia, throughout October, and the South Region Adventure Challenge is set for early November in Milburn, Oklahoma. Members can access the American Contingency members-only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
Awareness starts personally. You notice patterns in your family, in your neighborhood, in your community. But here's the thing. Awareness isn't meant to be hoarded. When you share it, the whole network gets stronger. The challenge is doing that in a way that's natural and doesn't come across as paranoid. Today we'll talk through 5 practical ways to share awareness with the people around you. Sometimes preparedness gets a bad rap when it's framed as fear. But when it's framed as care, like looking out for people, then awareness becomes something other people want to be a part of. Let's look at 5 approachable ways to share it. First, share alerts. Most communities have weather notifications, school announcements, local emergency alerts. When you get one that might affect others, pass it on. A quick text like, "Hey, heads up, storm's rolling in around 3, is usually enough. It shows you're paying attention and helps others get ready without fanfare. Second, invite someone to a drill or a practice. Doesn't have to be formal. Maybe it's just simple, like saying, hey, we're running a fire drill at home this weekend with the kids. You want to try it with yours too? Preparedness feels less intimidating when it's shared as an activity. Third, model the behavior. This is subtle but powerful. If you stop to check exits when you walk into a building, your kids will pick up on it. If you secure your trash can before a storm, neighbors notice. People learn more from what you do than what you say. Fourth, check in. After a storm, a power outage, or even just when something looks unusual, send a quick message. Everything okay at your place? Awareness spreads when people know you're looking out for them, and it creates a culture where they will check in too. Fifth, share stories. Without exaggerating or fear-mongering, just tell people what you've seen and what you've learned. Man, traffic was jammed on Main Street last week because of that flood. This is the way I went instead. Stories stick, and they often become lessons that others remember when they need them. You know, each of these actions is small. None of them require a lecture or soapbox. But over time, they create a culture of shared awareness. And when awareness spreads, preparedness grows. And here's a bonus tip. Share this podcast. Awareness grows when it spreads, and one of the simplest ways to strengthen your community is to pass along what you're learning. Today's episode gave you something useful? Send it to a friend, coworker, or neighbor. Preparedness is better when we do it together. All right, so here's your challenge. Pick one of the 5 ways above and put it into action this weekend. Or maybe 2. I'll go ahead and push it. Send a heads-up text, invite a neighbor to a drill, or just model awareness in any way you can see. And if you don't have a text thread with your neighbors open already, go knock on the door and start one. Tomorrow, we'll put awareness to the test in a scenario, the neighborhood alarm, where the whole community has to separate rumor from reality. Thanks for listening to today's AmCon Daily Brief. Members can dive into more resources on the members-only website or on your phone app. Not a member yet? Visit AmericanContingency.com to join the network. And don't forget, share this episode with a friend, family, or neighbor who needs to hear it. I'm Thom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.